Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I really appreciate everyone's support on this podcast. You guys don't even understand. We're creeping up to 40,000 downloads right now. Not 4 downloads, not 40 downloads, but 40,000 downloads. Thank you so much. You don't even understand. We are a week into the brand new year and things have just been rolling along. But I wanted to touch on this subject because I think that a lot of people tend to doubt themselves and to downplay themselves when it comes to business. And this is specifically for my business owners, my small business owners, or any business owner at all, entrepreneurs specifically. Charge what you're worth. I just had a conversation with a client not too long ago about this very subject. They have been asked to be a part of a project, and they are really kind of struggling with what they charge for said project. And I'm like, listen, don't worry about if you don't get chosen because your prices are not what the other party is hoping them to be. Because apparently the other party is already trying to lowball them. Never lowball yourself for anybody. And I'm telling you this, I promise you, from experience. And not that long ago experience, okay? Do not lowball your pricing for anyone. Do not, try to cut all types of deals all the time for people because they will, down the road, they will not respect your business because they will come to you for the free all the time. They will come to you for the hookup all the time. And I have an old podcast from some years ago on here talking about just that very same thing. But I think it's worth mentioning every so often again, because when you lowball your talents, when you lowball your expertise, that is how people come to look at you. And then there is no respect. Come with the paperwork. If you say to someone, hey, because we're friends, I'm going to do this for you at blah, blah, blah. This is what I usually charge, but I'm going to charge you this. That's on you. That's on you. It's nothing wrong with that. But you as the friend getting this so-called whatever deal should recognize that this person is doing this because of whatever longevity of friendship y'all have between each other or whatever. But don't come to them automatically asking for a handout. Don't automatically come to them asking for a deal. It's just, first of all, it's unprofessional, number one. And when you go into Gucci and when you go into Fendi and all these other places, you don't ask them for discounts. You would never. When you order something online or whatever like that from Balenciaga or wherever these high-end brands that I see a lot of folks walking around with, you never lowball them. You never nickel and dime them on the pricing. You never, oh, well, could you do this? Now, I will say this. If somebody says that to you, oh, well, could you knock off blah, 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 whatever amount? Sure. But then the services that you offer are going to change. So if you have 5 services for XYZ money and you want to save $50, absolutely you can. But you're going to lose one of those services. And that's just the way it should go. This is not about being personal. And that's another thing, too, that I'm going to touch on. It's not about being personal. It's about doing business. Stop getting emotionally involved with your business to the point that it hinders you from growth. I see people get offended by every single thing that's said out in the atmosphere when it comes to business. Because let me tell you something right now. It's a grand bonus for me. If I like you and you like me and we can do business together, it's amazing. But I will tell you right now, I don't have to like you to make money with you. I've worked with many people who was not my cup of tea. I'm sure people have worked with me and I wasn't their cup of tea. I'm not for everybody and everybody's not for me. But one thing I do know how to do is work in a group, and I know how to collab and make money and do business. Money isn't everything. No, it's not. Like I said, everything in my life is God, family, and business. But when it comes to taking care of family, putting roofs over heads, mouths fed and all of that, you got to get serious about your business. You can't just lay up and say, okay, well, I got my team in place, so I'm just going to let everything just fly. No, you have to stick at your business every single day, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur and you don't want to be in the 9-to-5 life anymore. You have to work at your business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at different levels. That doesn't mean that you don't sleep. It doesn't mean that you don't spend time with your family, but you have to allocate time to your business. You say it's your dream to not work a 9-to-5, but you're not willing to put in the work. You just want to hire a couple people and be like, okay, let them do the work. But only you know your business the way that you do. Those folks are just going to do the services that you have contracted them for. They are not supposed to take your business up and sell it for you. If you hire somebody because, okay, they're doing your social media, or you hire somebody because they're going to handle your events, that is what they are supposed to handle. If you did not hire them to be a sales rep, don't treat them like they are supposed to sell for you. And I think a lot of people get that mixed up. I think a lot of folks are just thinking, okay, I could hire you for, a couple $100, and then they want you to do $1,500 worth of work. It doesn't work that way. Another thing on top of that is respect people's time. Respect their time. If they have office hours at a particular time, contact them during their office hours. Or just know, if you contact them outside of the office hours, they will return your information. They will return whatever it is that they need to return to you, message, whatever, during office hours. Now, that's something that entrepreneurs struggle with all the time, is that we are constantly allowing people to usurp our time when we shouldn't. People just think because you're an entrepreneur, you're just on 24 hours a day. Yes, I may be on 24 hours a day, but not for you. Individuals who have their own businesses, you have to learn how to pour into yourself first. Because if you don't, your business is not going to survive. You will not survive. You will be so broken and tired and run down and drained. This is why new businesses don't even last a year. I think this, the Small Business Administration, and correct me if this statistic is wrong, but I believe it's over 50% of new businesses don't even survive the first year. Because they're completely drained. Because people go into entrepreneurship thinking that, they have this false notion that, everything's going to jump off in 6 months. It can take years before you pop. Years. Especially if you're coming with zero expertise and you're learning along the way. People are coming in with expertise and it is still taking them time. Hold on to that 9-to-5 job until you are able to pay your bills comfortably with your side hustle, your entrepreneurship goals. It can happen. It absolutely can happen, but it doesn't happen overnight. And let me tell you something. I'm going to be straight up. Stop being lazy. I'm tired of the lazy people that you think you can snap your fingers and things are just going to jump up and happen. Stop being lazy. And you have these willfully ignorant folks, and I'm going to talk about it. I see it all the time in comments. Somebody will post something with some great information, and then people will pepper the comments asking question after question after question. Go Google. There is no excuse anymore. There's no excuse. I'm not taking any more excuses. There's no excuse. Go Google it. Because if you wanted to find out, when so-and-so was coming into town for a concert, you would Google it. If you wanted to find out when the new iPhone was coming out, you would go online and you would go find out. So go find out the information. It's very annoying to a person who has put in the work for you to just come and think that they should just pour all this information out to you. And let me tell you, I'm very generous information, a little too generous. But when I see a person is not willing to work and put in the effort and the time that it is to build a business, you get nothing free from me. Nothing. And it's not about holding on to information. It's about me seeing the work ethic. And yes, I will call people out on their work ethic in a minute. A lot of work has gone in to build Onyx Queen Media, and you will not just take advantage of that. I am very clear about that all the time. And since we're at the top of a new year, I'm going to say it again. I will not be taken advantage of. None of my businesses that I have will be taken advantage of. None of them. The ones up and coming, the ones already established, whatever it is, will not be taken advantage of. And trust me, I have been taken advantage of in my business many times. People befriend you. They are nice to you and sweet to you, whatever, because they want you to cut them deals. Stop thinking that you're being slick. And if I'm talking directly to you, whoever you are, listen up real, real hard or well. Respect people's businesses. And the reason why I'm being so forward about this is because I keep on seeing it happen to fellow business owners. And I remember when I used to go through that. Do not haggle with me on pricing. Listen, like Fat Joe said, yesterday's price is not today's price. Do not haggle with me on pricing. I'm saying this to current clients and future clients out who will hear this. Do not haggle about pricing. My pricing is very fair. My pricing is very generous. But I'm not going to be a fool to underprice myself within my industry. Those days are long gone. Do not expect everything for free. I don't mind anybody who knows me, any current clients right now. I give way more than what people pay for. But you're not going to play me. You're not going to play me. If you want your business to succeed, and trust me when I tell you, your business will be successful if you put in the work. If you decide that you don't want to do what it takes to make your business successful, I'm no longer going to be, you got to do it. You got to do it. I'm not a coach trying to get you to make the next touchdown. That's not what this is. I'm literally giving you teachable things, actionable things that you can do in your business to be successful. I will never try to teach you anything that I haven't gone through myself. Everything that I speak about on this podcast, every single thing, especially when it comes to business, are things that I have genuinely been through, and I can really tell you from my experience how it has come to fruition or panned out or whatever. I'm speaking from experience, and I do not know everything, but I can tell you what I do know. And what I do know is entrepreneurship is work. It's not necessarily hard unless you make it, but it is work. And it doesn't come overnight. And if you keep on not doing the work, and that includes getting your prices up to where industry standards are, you will ultimately fail. because people will not take you seriously. I would rather people not become clients because they say my prices are too high than for a whole bunch of clients to come in at cheap prices. Because those folks you will never be able to make happy. Those are the ones who want everything for nothing, and they will not value you and what you do. So make sure entrepreneurs, small business owners, those budding business owners, those ones who are thinking about quitting their job in the next couple of months, before you do that, lay your groundwork down well. Especially when it comes to the boundaries within your business and your pricing. Don't lowball yourself for anybody. I don't care if it's your mom. Don't lowball yourself. If you decide to do something gratis, charity or whatever, that is on you. I respect that. But don't become the person in business that's always doing stuff for free. Don't become the person that is always, go to them because they'll give you a lower price. That's not respect. You think you're getting props because people are referring you. People are referring you because you're cheap. Let them refer you not because you're cheap. Let them refer you because you do amazing work. That's what I want to be referred to. The last referral that I had, that woman said, I know the work that you do. That's why I told so-and-so about you. Because your work is amazing. And you didn't price gouge me or whatever the case may be. That's what I want to hear. I don't want people coming to me because they think I'm cheap. Please don't, because you be wasting your time. You have to respect yourself and you have to respect your business. Take emotions out of it. Because one thing that I don't do, and I've said this to clients in the past, I don't argue with clients. I just don't. There's no reason for argument. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to get it done. Let me handle it and get it done. If we need to get on the phone call to, map stuff out and make sure that everything is clear, then let's do that. But what we won't do is argue, because that's just not going to happen. Okay? So respect yourself. Respect your business and make sure people have respect for your business. And don't be afraid to correct people when they are wrong about something that has to do with your reputation. Correct it and move on. Because I see a lot of businesses being disrespected because they just don't say anything and they just ignore stuff. Let me tell you something. You can't ignore everything. I mean, there's just some people that are just not worth the time, and I get that. But some things cannot be ignored. Correct whatever that situation is and make it clear and then move on. And whatever else they want to do after that is on them. But one thing I can say about Onyx Queen Media, we do great business. We treat our clients fairly. We're very upfront with our clients, very transparent about what we deal with, especially if you listen into this podcast right now. You can go back in this podcast and hear so many woes that we have been through and how we came out on the other side. But I want all of you to be, whoever is listening to this, whether you're a veteran listener or whether this is your very first podcast that you're even hearing and you don't even know who the heck I am, that's okay. I want you to be successful, and I know that you can, but you have to get serious about learning. You have to get serious about your worth. Don't downplay yourself because other people are shining in the room. We can all shine together. I'm going to end right there. I felt in my spirit I should end right there. If you want to talk to me on social media, Instagram is the place to go. But I am at Onyx Queen Media. At Onyx Queen Media on all socials. If you want to email me, hello@onyxqueenmedia.com. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.